it's a task for you to start. You got any number?
What are we supposed to be?
I don't know.
What are we supposed to be doing?
What are we doing?
Force them to describe the midnight. There was a full sleep at night. Eventually they went. Woke up at midnight.
And then I stayed up like.
Okay, and then whoever's left, you can wait and you can join me. So back off, you can go pay me. Super.
Where are we? How many are here?
For UFFC Society.
Right, okay. Super. Okay, fantastic.
We have small group. Have you got a lift or something they come down in?
Superb, yeah, so I'll make sure they see where we are.
Yeah, that's right.
There they are.
Oh, this is the other group. Oh, no, that's also
I feel like I need to say thank you.
I'm not sure where they are, but that's not a problem. We'll get started. Glenlee, superb. So the Glenlee was built in 1896, so she's nearly 123 years old. Her birthday or anniversary is the 2nd of December, so the 2nd of December she'll be 123. She was built in Port Glasgow, which is just along the Clyde, so she's a Clyde-built ship, so a Glasgow-built ship. She was originally built as a cargo ship, and when I say cargo ship, of course I mean a ship that travelled around the world carrying a variety of goods. And she was originally sailing under the British Merchant Navy, okay? But as the years went by and she came under different ownership, her function and her name changed. So starting in 1896, of course, she was the Glenlee. She was owned by a Scottish company. A few years later, she was bought by another Scottish company and she was renamed the Isle of Man. And then that takes us up to 1919. And in 1919, she was bought by an Italian shipping company. And at this point, she was renamed the Claristella. But for the next 3 years, we don't know a huge amount about where to things like how to work sails, how to navigate, semaphore, things like that. And this was the case for quite a few years, and around 20 odd years. And then a bit later on, she remained under the Spanish Navy's ownership, but instead of using her as a sail-going training vessel or a sea-going training vessel, they used her as a shore-based vessel. So she remained at shore, but remained as a training vessel. And this was the case again for a fair number of years until the early 80s, late 1970s, when eventually the Spanish Navy ran out of funding and they ran out of use for her. And as many historical items do when there's no money, they fall into disrepair. And she eventually did, by someone that recognised her as a Clyde. And again, when I say Clyde-built ship, I mean of course a ship that was built here in Glasgow. Eventually they were able to buy her at auction, refloat her, which in itself was quite a difficult task, and then tow her all the way back to Glasgow.
Why couldn't she be salvaged?
Well, because she could have been, but it's, I think, decisions were made, I suppose. It's one of them. It's like anything, isn't it? It's kind of there's always yeah. There's always a decision to be made. I mean, I can't say I was in the conversation, but yeah, it's a good question. I mean, if I find out. Of course, there are quite a few changes, kind of mainly structural. The big definitely not have a soft play, so don't worry, there would not be a kind of children's activities, and you wouldn't have an engine room, toilets, anything like that. This would all be space for cargo. So this ship can hold around 2,600 tons of cargo at a time, which is, of course, is an absolutely huge amount. Wheat, coal, oil, nitrates. We often get asked, did she carry whiskey and tobacco? She didn't.
How far did she travel?
How far did she? These were able to kind of restore them, keep them as kind of original as possible. So there were certain parts of the ship ends off, no kind of split shifts where you're kind of getting a few days. It was 4 hours on, 4 hours off continuously. So of course you'd have to get used to that. In terms of the actual beds, whilst you would have enough, there'd be enough beds for you to have your own bed for that 4 hours, there were not enough beds for you to have your own bed for the whole trip. So every 4 hours you would be swapping, which of course means that someone else is going to be sleeping in your bed. Not ideal at all. In terms of what you actually had in the bed, you had a mattress, which was essentially a sack filled with straw, hence the name Donkey's Breakfast. You'd also get a small pillow and a small blanket. But of course, do you think when this ship would actually be on the open waters, especially in difficult weather, waves would be crashing in here constantly, usually very cold water or quite kind of time off. So they might play musical instruments, tell stories, but also create works of art. I'll pass that round. Similar to the weight. So essentially a marine animals too. Yeah, so he'd have his own kitchen, his own tea bag, he's got his own heater over here. It's a different life.
But his workplace is upstairs. You need to cabinet. You need to look there.
Yeah, so his actual
the commander.
Yeah, so that's just above us.
This is living.
That's it.
And are these the investors and owners?
So, yeah, so it has a caption on the different ones. So you've got, this would be the first owner, so Archibald Sterling, and then we've got a few different owners, and then we've got one of the captains, so a Captain Richard Owens, and he was a captain, he was a captain when the ship was named the Isle of Man. So I'm British Merchant Navy captain, and it's got the dates just there as well. So as you can see, this is the most kind of luxurious part of the ship. This is as close as to the 1896 build as we could possibly get in here. The only difference being the actual wood. So the original mahogany is now a protected species. So it's, I believe the type of wood is a pepe. Which a lot of business meetings.
That's a fat cushion.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Of course.
Okay, like we're sailing there here.
You're the captain driving us for 2 years.
Two.
Instead, they were from quite wealthy families, and their families would pay the ship's owner and the ship's captain to take their children on board as apprentices. And this would last up to around 4 years. But these guys were going to be your next officers and captains. They were not going to be your everyday crewmen. So they would all live in there, and they could be as young as 14 years old. So I don't know if anyone has children, but I'm sure you've all come across 14-year-olds. Imagine being 14 at sea. And then, of course, you've got the officers' cabins just there. So not quite as luxurious as the captain, but compared to everyone else, they were living in relative luxury, really. So that's, I understand, we're very tough time, and I don't want to kind of, get in trouble for stopping you guys eating your dinner on time. So probably to the annoyance of many members of crew, I'm sure. But the ship's cat was very important. The ship's cat's main function was to catch rats. So rats were, of course, a high likelihood on a ship like this, a high possibility.
I've seen two.
You've seen two? Yeah. We're gonna, yeah,
The hospital was looking more like a veterinary.
yeah, well, that's it.
There's one in the crew down there.
That's it. No chance.
They know better.
That's it. So we're gonna just to say as well, if I don't get to say thank you downstairs, just thank you very much, you guys. I know we're a small group, but do really appreciate you listening. I apologise, it's been very quick.
No
We're in
worries.
a very tight time schedule.
May I ask one last question?
Yes, of course,
So
yes.
how the support the maintenance of this?
So we have a crew now. So we have an ongoing crew. So we have. So I'm.
It's privately.
So we have different departments. So we have, yeah. So we have a whole crew. We have a workshop where we still build boats.
Okay, yeah.
We have
The museum there.
The yeah. So just connected to that, we have a workshop. We have a learning department. So I'm the learning officer.
It has been great watching her, what she has done, how she's changed things here, and the changes she's making at IEEE at the tab level, which is no mean feat. So once again, Nazanin, thank you very much.
So I can say, but thank you.
Well deserved.
Enjoy your food.